Hey guys, what's up? Nikki once again, and we are back in Skate. It's been a little while since I did a one-to-one kind of video like this. I'm doing a little bit of a different style, so if you like this kind of video, please let me know in the comment section below, or give the video a like, or if you're cool, do both. With that being said, we're going to be jumping into my thoughts of Season 2 that's coming very soon, this upcoming Tuesday, December 2nd. I believe it'll be launching right when they do the normal updates at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that. I will be doing a full live stream on that day, on the day of Season 2's release, so if you want to be here, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. But yeah, I just wanted to give my personal thoughts of what I've been seeing of Season 2, what they've been leaking, and I gotta say, man, I am pretty optimistic. Now, don't get me wrong, I am going into this cautiously. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic this time around because I went into Season 1 extremely optimistic and I was let down. And maybe a part of that is on myself. Maybe I was a little bit too overzealous. Maybe I thought there was going to be more than there actually ever could have been. Because I got to remind myself, and I think a lot of us have to remind ourselves that this is an early access title. Yes, it is live service, and yes, it will continuously get updates, but we're not going to be getting the massive updates that we all crave. It's not going to be a one update fixes all type of situation. We just got to be patient. And I got to say, I think they are going in the right direction with a lot of these updates that we're seeing with Season 2. Now, obviously, there's still a lot missing that needs to be added that is not going to be here in Season 2, at least not that they're showing in these recent updates. So one of the biggest things that is not showcased in the Season 2 promo video is the game of Skate, or really any PvP modes to be exact. There is a new game mode, they're calling it, coming soon, called Own the Lot, but it's not really a game mode because the way they're showcasing it, it's going to be just a new mission type. So, you know, right now we have the missions such as Own the Spot, we have sessions, and then we have the line sessions or line missions. And yeah, you know, and we have stunts. I obviously forgot about them because I don't like doing them, and a lot of people don't either. So it's just interesting to me that they're calling this a new game mode when in reality it's just new types of missions, which I'm not going to sit here and try to nitpick every single little thing and pull hairs. But it is something I probably should point out that, like, it's a little bit of misinformation in my opinion. So false marketing, if you will. It's not going to be a game mode like Throwdowns where you can just pull up anywhere you want, start and own the lot with your friends and do a fun game mode together. It's not going to work like that at all, which is kind of a bummer because when they did hint at a new game mode coming, it's kind of what I expected. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you thought differently. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That being said, though, regardless of if it's a game mode or if it's a new mission type, I don't care. I'm very excited for it, and I am excited for new types of missions or challenges, so to speak, coming soon in the world of Skate. Because right now, as everyone's already said, the game is very stale once you finish all of the current missions. And let's be real, most people have finished all of the missions within only a couple hours of playtime because a lot of it's repeats and a lot of it just kind of recycles every day. And maybe for some people that's fine, but for me, I need something that's a little bit more fresher, and I'm really excited to see what they have coming to the table in terms of new missions and new challenges. But obviously, challenges or new missions aren't really the only thing coming in Season 2. They did also hint at some really cool new spots coming that I'm very excited about. One of the biggest ones is they're opening up the underground section that we've all glitched into one time or another in the world of Skate. So if you are unaware, there actually is an area, they may have patched it by now, it's been a long time since I went and looked there, but there was an area where you could actually glitch under the floor of the city, and there was literally a underground like street or an underground tunnel under the city, and a lot of people were kind of expecting it either to be a new section coming soon, or B, maybe a section that was there in a previous build and they decided to scrap it, hoping no one would ever find it. And thankfully, it turns out that it seems to be like it's going to be the option A, where it is a brand new section being added to the city with, it looks like, neon lights and some underground ramps and some cool spots for some really sick tricks that I'm very excited to check out with you guys. And I'm sure all of you are excited to see it as well. And you know that a lot of the new Season 2 challenges are probably going to take place down there because they want to showcase the new areas. So yeah, I'm just really stoked to see what it's going to be like and to really test it out. Now, another hot topic within the skate community is the art style. Love it or hate it, it's here to stay, and I don't think it's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Yes, they've been doing some big strides in adding new textures to the actual environments, and I think all of the updates from Season 1 were, in my opinion, a W. I loved the lighting changes, I liked the new textures on the roads and on the trees and all around the city. I just think it overall looked a lot better, more realistic, a little bit more worn in, if you will, and I really hope they continue to do that with new updates coming soon. I just want to see the city look more lived in. You know, I want to see rails with more rusted edges and scrape marks from people skateboarding and grinding ledges and stuff throughout the city. And I think they will be doing that with time. I'm not really too worried about that. But aside from the textures of the environment, the character models are probably the biggest point of contention between the community, in sense of people just not wanting to play the game or just hating on it because of the look of the cartoony characters. And don't get me wrong, I am not going to sit here and say that these look good. I'm not a big fan of how they look currently. I do think that they could do a lot better in making them more realistic and not just like a ripoff of The Sims. However, in the new update they showcased recently on their Twitter, they did post a video showcasing these new character models that will be coming in Season 2, and they do look quite a bit better. Now, at first glance, I did not see much of a difference, and I thought, what is this? Is this all we're getting? Are you serious? But there's some people that have done a side-by-side video comparison of like the current characters now and the new look that they showcased in that video, and it is pretty night and day. It's a pretty big update. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not straying away from the cartoony aesthetic. I don't think they're ever going to go away from this actual art style, but they are updating the shaders, they're updating the textures, and overall a little bit of the shaping of the heads and the eyes and stuff to make it look a little bit more realistic, but of course to keep its identity and keep it more of the cartoon style that they went for. All around, it looks better. It is a step in the right direction. I wish they would just go full bore and give us a redesign of the characters to look kind of like they did in the old days of Skate 2, Skate 3, and to just be more hyper realistic. But you know, we can't get them all. They're not always going to be W's, but I do think this is a step in the right direction, and I'm really stoked to see what they do with more updates to the character designs. And of course, they are going to be adding new tricks as well, which I'm super excited about. The one trick that I'm actually most excited about is the hand plant variations, because right now in the game, you can literally only do one hand plant, which is the standard hand plant where you grab the board and that's it. But yeah, it sounds like they're going to be adding a lot of variations to it coming in Season 2, and I'm really stoked to see what that's going to look like, especially with adding to new lines and stuff like that for future challenges. Super stoked. And not only that, but impossibles are coming as well. So I know a lot of you trick liners or just people who love more realistic skating, you get more tricks to your arsenal, and I'm super excited to see what people think about the new impossibles. And not only just regular impossibles, I think I saw in the video that they're doing nollie impossibles as well, maybe different variations of them, and possibly you can even hold it in the air, which looks pretty sick. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see what they do with future tricks. You know, dark slides will be coming down the line, of course, and stuff like that. So it is a bummer it's taking time to add these tricks. I know a lot of people have been kind of upset about that and, you know, kind of on the fence of saying, is this just drip feeding us content to keep players wanting more? And, you know, that might be the case, but at the same time, because it's early access, it wouldn't surprise me if honestly it's just taking the developers a long time to implement these tricks to be perfect. You know, because I'll sit here and say that they've given me proof that they really are wanting a very amazing skateboarding game in terms of just its physics alone, its animations alone. Because if you just sit here and try to play realistically without all the high flying jump stuff, I mean, it's a gorgeous game in the sense of that. Like, if you want to be a realistic skater, you can do that in this game, which is not really heard of in a lot of these arcade style games, especially a skateboarding game. But yeah, I'm just really stoked to see the future and what they're going to be doing with more tricks. And I just hope that they do roll them out a little faster. Maybe not wait in between 2 season updates to get new tricks, but you know, I'm just one guy, and I don't develop the game, obviously. I don't have an inside source or anything, so I don't know what's going on in their heads in terms of what's coming and what's not. But all I know is I'm very stoked for these new tricks, and I'm glad we're finally getting some new things to test out that aren't just new challenges. And of course, with Season 1, we did have these season events, and to be honest with you guys, they've been pretty lackluster in my opinion. The Skate-A-Ween event, I was expecting a lot more. You know, I was expecting like a night mode at least, maybe some fog in the streets and ghosts and maybe jump scares and stuff, and we got literally none of that. Essentially what these events have been is just community parks that are specialized for a couple weeks. And I guess that's okay. You know, now that I know what to expect, I'm not going to go into these seasonal events and expect anything grand or any big differences to the city itself. Maybe in the far future, we could get that kind of thing, but it just seems like right now, we're just going to have to expect community parks, you know, which is fine. It is what it is. They're not terrible, but it's just a bummer that because it could have been so much more. So with season 2, who knows? Maybe they'll make them a little bit more grand in scope. I don't know, but I'm not going to be holding my breath for anything more than what we've gotten with these seasonal events. But yeah, we're supposed to be getting 2 winter type events coming soon after season 2 drops. So who's to say? They might be amazing, but you know, we got to go into it with, again, very cautious optimism. And of course, with the new season comes a new season pass. So yeah, we're gonna get new cosmetics, new tiers. Apparently it's gonna be 90 tiers this time around instead of 80 that we got in season 1. So at least it'll be a little bit more of a grind, I guess, more stuff to unlock. I know there was a lot of contingency around the season 1's pass in the sense of people couldn't finish it with enough tickets. They're going back to the drawing board and they're gonna try to figure out the economy of the game a little bit better this time around. I hope they do, and we will be able to get enough tickets this time in order to get everything unlocked in season 2 before season 3 rolls around, at least a little bit easier. Me personally, I unlocked all the stuff that I wanted from season 1, even though I didn't get everything. I unlocked the stuff that I wanted and I was happy with that. It wasn't anything, you know, insane. I think they could have done better in the art department when it comes to season 1's cosmetics. So I'm really hoping they went back to the drawing board and season 2's cosmetics will be a big step in the right direction, but you know, only time will tell. They did kind of confirm, it looks like anyway, that the final unlockable will be that rat costume that we saw in the video. Pretty much just like the bird mascot we got for season 1. I don't know how I feel about that with like these animal costumes being the final unlock. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that recent bundle with, or not even a bundle, this is a recent skin with the Vans shoe, that should have been the season 1 finale. Because I would have worked my ass off to get that. It's kind of a funny and sick costume, but I'm not paying $25 for that shit. Like, that's just insane. So I was kind of hoping maybe for season 2 they might do something silly like that. But yeah, we're just going back to the animals, I suppose, which I will say the rat is better to me than the bird costume, but it's still not fully there yet. I still think they're kind of missing the mark for what most of the players are looking for, and that is skate culture and things relating to actual skateboarding. And yeah, a rat costume isn't really doing that. We, of course, will probably be getting new cosmetics in the terms of the shop, not just with the skate pass. You'll be getting new bundles and hopefully some new tie-ins with actual skate brands. I think Adidas got confirmed, maybe a couple other ones I haven't personally seen anywhere online. But yeah, I am excited for Adidas, even though they're probably going to be like $20 shoes. We'll see. But I'll probably be a sucker and buy it anyway. But I just hope they bring more skate brands into the mold. You know, I would love to see Spitfire make a return. I would love to see Zero come in there at some point. So it's only a matter of time. It just sucks that we don't have it yet. Nike is another one that everyone's been asking for, and it's kind of wild they haven't had a tie-in with Nike yet, but maybe they don't have the budget for it. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm just talking on my ass at this point. But yeah, more skate brands are coming in season 2, and I'm really curious to see what they're going to be next to Adidas. Another cool area that they showcased in the newest grind, which is their like weekly updates for skate. They did showcase some screenshots of the new areas other than the underground area. They also showcased some new bowls that are going to be added on top of some skyscrapers. So yeah, they're still adding to that skate park in the sky theme, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, I do like the mega ramps and stuff on the actual top of the buildings. It's cool, but like, I really think they should start adding some mega ramps and stuff on the ground level as well. Just to have a little bit, you know, just some variety, some creativity there. But I'm not going to nitpick until it's here, until I can actually get my hands on it and try it out. But from what I can see in the screenshots, it actually looks pretty dope. It looks like it's on top of one of these buildings here overlooking the ocean on one side, and the other one's looking at like one of these buildings. So it could be that one right there, and there's some bowls up there, and looks like some new areas to shred. So I'm really stoked to see what people are going to do with the replays. And speaking of replays, there's a brand new addition to the replay editor coming in Season 2, which honestly I think is my favorite addition that I've seen coming soon, and it's the keyframes. Everyone's been waiting for keyframes with the replay editor, because right now, you guys know, it's extremely bare bones. I mean, you can rewind, you can trim it, and that's pretty much it. You can take screenshots, and you can move the camera around. That's how I get all my screenshots for the video titles or the thumbnails. So it's nice for that, but that's it. It's very bare bones. So they're adding like more an advanced editor, so to speak, which is super sick. We can add keyframes. I hope we can add slow motion and stuff like that. You can tilt the camera now, which is really dope. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the replay editor in the new Season 2 update. And of course, it's just going to get better from here on out. I do hope that alongside the replay editor additions, they also fix the replay editor. You know what I mean? Because even to this day, there's so many instances where I'll get a sick line, I try to rewind in the replay editor, and it freezes. And the only way to fix it is to jump back out of the replay editor and go back in it, and hopefully be able to scrub back without it freezing. And it's super annoying. And I've also heard from a lot of people that export through the game as well. I've never done that myself. I usually just use a third-party app to record my screen. But for the people that do export the footage, it is very laggy. And I just really pray that that stuff gets ironed out with the Season 2 update, because let's face it, right now, when you finish all of the missions, the only thing you can really do is use the game as a sort of sandbox and try to get some cool clips for online, you know, viral moments. And what do you do when you get a super cool clip? You go into the replay and you try to create a nice little edit. And so now we'll be able to do that hopefully a little bit easier, and yeah, and hopefully it'll save correctly without any hitches or hiccups. But until it's out, we'll just have to wait and see on how it actually gets implemented and actually works in the real world. So yeah, that is Skate Season 2, essentially. That's probably not even everything that's coming with the update. It's just the stuff that they've showcased in their recent video. And I'll have a link in the description below, by the way, if you haven't seen the Season 2 trailer. And then as well as in their weekly grind update. So yeah, I'm just really excited all around. Again, I'm going in it cautiously. You know, I'm not going to go into it with all of my cards on the table, hoping for the best thing of all time, just to get shut down. So I think everything that they've showcased that is coming in Season 2 is a W update. I don't think I've seen anything that's an L or a step in the wrong direction, so to speak. I just hope that they do continuously listen to the community and they keep adding things that are sorely missing to the game, and I bet they will. I know that they are listening to the community in certain ways, because keyframes are coming pretty quickly. You know, that was a big contingency, and it seems like they're coming already in Season 2, so I don't know. I'm happy. I know there's still stuff that people are kind of upset about, and the game obviously is far from perfect, but it just feels like from the last few updates, each update's getting better and better, and I'm just really excited to see for the future of Skate and the future of this channel, this community, and to continuously, you know, grow from it, and to keep making content on it, and to keep doing your guys' challenges. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, by the way, I mostly do skate challenges, so if you have a crazy line or a challenge you want me to attempt, make sure to check out the Discord. It's a great community of skate fans and skate players alike, and you can post your skate challenge in there for me to do on live stream, and then it becomes a video later on after I edit it down. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I hope to see you guys at the live stream on December 2nd when Season 2 drops for everybody. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Have a good one. Peace out.